All right, let's dive into something that could honestly be a massive game changer for your career. We're talking about ISC2 certifications and whether they're really worth it.
So let's frame this whole explainer around one simple but really powerful question that I think every ambitious professional should be asking themselves.
No, really, just stop and think about that for a second. What if one single credential could just cut through all the noise, instantly prove your skills, and basically put you in the career fast lane? That's the power we are going to unpack today.
And look, this isn't just some nice idea. The stakes here are absolutely real. By 2025, we're talking over 70% of mid to senior cybersecurity job postings will either flat out require or strongly prefer an ISC2 credential. This is quickly becoming the new price of admission just to get your foot in the door.
Okay, so if this is the new baseline, what exactly is this organization that carries so much weight in the industry? Let's break down what makes ISC2 the global gold standard.
The two words you really need to hear are nonprofit and vendor neutral. What that means is their standards aren't tied to any one company's tech stack. That's exactly why they're trusted everywhere, across all the big industries. Finance, healthcare, even government. And what's really cool is this isn't a one-size-fits-all thing. It's a structured pathway. The CSC, that's like your front door, your entry point. The SSCP is for the pros who are really in the trenches, the hands-on tech people. Then you have the CISSP. That's the big one, the globally recognized benchmark for pros who design and manage a whole security program. And you can even go beyond that with advanced tracks. You can literally map out your entire career arc right here.
Okay, so credentials are great for getting noticed, but let's talk about what really matters, right? The actual, tangible returns for your bank account and your career path.
And this isn't some vague promise. The data shows a straight line, a direct correlation between getting certified and what you can earn. It's one of the most reliable ways to jack up your market value, and yeah, many people see that 30% salary bump we talked about earlier.
I mean, just look at this chart. The jump is huge. The average salary for someone with a CISSP blows past the $140,000 mark, and that's just the average. For people who take that CISSP and climb into a leadership role, like a Chief Information Security Officer, or CISO, that number can just skyrocket. We're talking $180,000 to $250,000, and sometimes way, way higher. But it's not just about the salary you get right after you're certified. It's about what happens next. It's about momentum. A wild 63% of certified pros say they either got a promotion or were fully expecting one within just 1 year. That's a massive career accelerator. This quote just nails it. It perfectly captures that double whammy benefit. Yeah, it's about the money, for sure, but it's also about access. It opens doors to meetings and opportunities that you just weren't invited to before.
All right, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds fantastic, but what's the catch? What does it actually take to get there? Let's get real about the upfront investment, the time and the money, and let's frame it the right way. This isn't a cost. It's a strategic investment with a crazy good return. So here are the hard numbers. The entry-level CC exam will run you about $200. The senior-level CISSP is closer to $750. And after that, you've got a small annual fee to keep your certification active. That's pretty much the whole financial picture. Okay, next up, you have to figure out how you're going to study. You can go the self-study route, grab some books, find online resources for just a few $100s, or if you need that structure and accountability, you can go for an immersive boot camp. Either way, you're probably looking at about 100 to 150 hours of study time. It really just comes down to your learning style and your budget. But here is the absolute punchline. When you factor in that typical salary bump, most pros make back their entire investment, the exam fee, the study materials, all of it, in less than 6 months. That is an absolutely incredible ROI by any standard you can think of.
But the value does not stop with the paycheck. In fact, one of the most powerful long-term benefits has nothing to do with money at all. Getting certified unlocks something huge, a global community.
So think of it this way. You're not just getting a certificate. You are getting an all-access pass. You're joining a network of 500,000 other professionals who are tackling the same problems you are. It means getting into private job boards where the best companies are actively hunting for people with your exact credentials. It's mentorship, it's ongoing training, it keeps you sharp. And that is the absolute key right there. This isn't some fluffy social club. This network delivers real, tangible results. We're talking job referrals from people you trust, collaborations on cool projects, and yes, career-making promotions. It is a living, breathing resource.
So, we've covered the what, the why, and the how. Now it's time to bring it all home and answer the most important question of all. Is an ISC Square certification the right move for you?
Let's just visualize this for a second. Let's paint a picture. You could start out with the CCNA, land a great analyst job. Then, a couple of years in, you move up to security engineer while you're studying for the CISSP. And then, bam, within 5 years, you could be in a senior leadership role, like a security architect or even a CISO. It makes a huge goal feel totally concrete and doable.
So who's going to get the most out of this? Well, if you're switching careers, this is your ticket in. If you're new to the field, this gives you instant credibility. And if you're already an experienced IT pro, this is your ladder to the C-suite. If you see yourself in any of these, then yeah, you're on the right track.
Feeling fired up, ready to make a move? Here are 4 super clear, actionable things you can do right now. 1, figure out which cert is right for where you are today. 2, block out that study time in your calendar. Make it real. 3, go find your people. Join a local or a virtual chapter. And 4, and this is a big one, ask your boss about tuition reimbursement. So many companies are happy to invest in you.
At the end of the day, that's what this is all about. An ISC Square certification is about creating opportunity. It clears the path and gives you the fuel to go further, faster. The runway is clear. The only question left is, are you ready?